Hello and welcome to the 48th episode of Fresh Off the Reel. My name is Lib,
And my name is the Super Patio Brother.
and we're back after a little hiatus. Pat's back home now. Everybody
I am
welcome
back
him back.
home. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, so how did it feel being away from the film?
It sucked.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Well, it wasn't all in vain. At that time, we did watch a movie, and we're going to talk about that movie right now. Because, folks, this is a video game podcast.
For the first time ever, we're gonna make video game references, and it's gonna make sense and tie into the movie we're talking about
Wahoo!
well enough to be a video game podcast.
Today we're going to be talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie, the most anticipated video game movie of all time. I think probably.
Yeah, I can't think of a counter. So yeah, probably.
Yeah, we got a pretty decent movie out of it. Made by Illumination. Boo, the Minion people.
Yeah. Surprisingly pretty good, and I enjoyed it. I think when this movie was announced, everyone was kind of like on the same boat. This is gonna be terrible, and we didn't hear about it for like 2 years, so we all knew it was gonna be terrible. But honestly, that first trailer kind of sold me, and since then, it's been on like a steady incline. And now that we've seen it, it's good. I enjoyed it. It's fun. If you're expecting high art or like cinema, look elsewhere. It's not what you're getting here. But this is a really fun kids movie starring the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, plumbing's their game. We've been waiting for this ever since that casting trailer that we got at the direct a few years back. That original casting, like the original reveal for the casting, is such a meme now. And like it was the biggest joke back then. Like, oh yeah, well, who are we getting for Mario? The person who's been playing Mario for over 30 years? No, get Chris Pratt, some guy who loves stomping Koopas. And then for Peach, who do you get? The voice actress for Peach? Fuck no, you get Anya Taylor-Joy.
It was interesting back then because I feel like celebrity voices was gonna happen. Like there was no avoiding it. But because we got those announcements and then we heard nothing for like 2 years, nothing. We didn't even hear the voices. I think it was it kind of turned a lot of people off. And when we did hear the voices for the first time, specifically Chris Pratt's Mario, I don't think a lot of us were happy. He doesn't sound good in that first trailer.
No.
But I have to say, now that we've seen the movie, the movie's out, he's fine. He's not bad.
Yeah, he definitely improved after that first trailer. Everybody heard how terrible it was and demanded change. Much like what happened with the first Sonic trailer with the design of Sonic. Actually, very similar to that too.
I don't know if it's we bullied them into doing it better. I think it's just they picked the worst fucking lines possible for those first trailers.
Kingdom, here we
come.
He doesn't even say that. Yeah, he doesn't even say that.
That's expected though. But I really do feel like the trailers put him in a little bit of a bad. They did a little bad on him. That's English, right? They did a bad.
They did the bad. Anyways, let's talk cinema. So, first things first, like we always do, let's read the plot synopsis. This movie, by the way, was directed by Michael Jelenic and Aaron Horvath. But apparently Shigeru Miyamoto had a major role in the creation of this movie, which we like to hear.
Pretty sure he was like executive producer or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's check. Executive producer, Shigeru Miyamoto. There we go. This was also made with another producer, Chris Melanandri, who produces all of the Illumination movies. I think he's the CEO of Illumination. And every time they talked about the movie in a direct, they showed his face. Just because, Illumination fucking sucks. Okay, we're going to get into that a little bit after we talk about the plot synopsis. While working underground to fix a water main, Brooklyn plumbers and brothers Mario and Luigi are transported down a mysterious pipe and wander into a magical new world. But when the brothers are separated, Mario embarks on an epic quest to find Luigi.
Yep, he's not saving the princess this time. He's saving his brother.
Yeah, which is
It's
a welcome change. I
taking.
like it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that Peach is part of the cast here, like the adventure. But I do wish Luigi had a little bit more screen time. But the movie does kind of blow by pretty quick, so maybe if it was a little bit longer, we would have had some more Luigi time, you know. But we're working with what we got, and that's the story.
Yeah, I mean, he's barely in the movie. He's like they're at the beginning of the movie. They're in like the real world. They just live in Brooklyn. They're normal people. And then they go into this pipe, go into the Mushroom Kingdom, and at that point, Luigi gets separated from Mario. He goes to the Luigi's mansion, for what we think is Luigi's mansion. Then Bowser kidnaps him, throws him in a cage, and then we never see him again until the end.
You know, he ends up in Bowser's castle, not in Peach's, not in his mansion.
No. He's in the Luigi's mansion. He gets chased by skeletons and shit, and then he gets
You know
abducted by
that's
Shy
in
Guys, and then he gets
that,
taken to Bowser's castle.
no that all happened in Bowser's domain. Toad says it at the start of the movie. He's in the Badlands.
No, yeah, Bowser's domain. That's in, but Bowser's castle is not in his domain. It's a floating thing that flies around.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So they take him to the castle. Bowser interrogates him. Then he gets locked up in a cage with the penguins from the beginning of the movie and a very funny Luma. And then we never see him again.
Yeah, you get like snippets of him throughout the movie, but he's kind of absent until the end.
Yeah.
Comes back in a big way, but I do wish Luigi was a little bit more involved in the movie. But I guess, you know, Mario 2 will happen.
Yeah, for sure.
For those of you sleeping under a rock, this movie crossed the $1 billion mark. And we're definitely gonna get more Nintendo movies. Definitely gonna get another Mario movie at the very least.
Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit after we talk about this movie because I have some thoughts about what Nintendo will do for movies in the future.
Yeah. I have some thoughts too.
Yeah.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That'll be like but that'll be after the movie because we're here to talk about this movie. And you know what? It was pretty okay. I gave it 3.5 stars.
I also gave it 3.5. It's fun. It's like I said earlier. I think if you're expecting high art, you're not getting it here. At the end of the day, it's Illumination. It's a kids movie. Just turn off your brain and have fun. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's Illumination's best movie. Not that the bar's low, mind you.
Yeah,
but I do think it's their best movie. I think if you're specifically if you're a fan of the games, which is also where a gripe I have with the movie comes in. But if you're a fan of the games, you're going to be very happy with this. And if you're not a fan of the games, you're going to be bored out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah. We turned this movie into a huge meme in our friend group. We watched it in VIP, which was part of the meme. I think the original plan was to dress up nice to go watch it, but we didn't do that.
Yeah, that was the plan, but I worked that day and I wasn't going to work in a suit.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. Now, Illumination's normal process for making a movie is to make a movie as cheap as possible, but as passable as possible to turn a larger profit. That's Illumination's whole shtick. The only movie they really tried to make was the first Despicable Me, and after they made that, they were like, "Wow, people will just watch anything, huh?" And then they took that and they made it their entire business model.
Minions.
You know, they saw that Facebook moms loved using Minions, so they made an entire franchise and an entire company dedicated to these little yellow fucks. But surprisingly, there was not a single Minion cameo in the entire movie, only in the vanity card.
I was really expecting. I thought like there would have been a bunch of Goombas and one of them would have been a minion or something. I don't know. Or like when they were in the Donkey Kong zone, there would be bananas everywhere and there'd be a minion eating a banana or something. I'm really surprised there weren't any minions in this movie.
Yeah, I was expecting it was, you know, when they were walking through the Mushroom Kingdom, there was that gift shop. I was expecting a little minion toy to be on the shelf or something like that. But no, there was nothing like that.
Shop.
Sorry?
Maybe a minion around one of the shops.
Oh yeah, it could be that. But it was there was no minions whatsoever. So congratulations to Illumination for finally holding back for once. But probably because Shigeru Miyamoto was like, "What is a minion?"
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely Nintendo, and not like if it was up to Illumination, they would have, but because Nintendo.
Something that really surprises me is that Nintendo went with an American company to make this movie. And I know it's probably because it would have sold the best in the West, but I never would have expected Nintendo, after the travesty of the first Mario movie, to go back to an American company after that. But maybe it was because Shigeru Miyamoto and some other people from some other higher ups at Nintendo were really crucial in the process of making this movie. I know Shigeru Miyamoto spent a long time in Hollywood to make this movie, as well as opening the Nintendo World over there. It's open now, right?
Yeah, it is open,
Yeah, I want to go.
and the food sucks apparently, but that's exciting.
Yeah, well, theme park food is never the greatest. It's also widely overpriced.
Yeah, it has to be right. They have to make their money somehow.
Yep.
I definitely feel like this movie was a Nintendo of America decision though, not a Japan one.
Yeah, I think so.
Like yeah, if it was Nintendo Japan's decision, I feel like this would have been an anime.
Yeah, does Nintendo like oversee the Pokemon movies?
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Well, like this and I guess the first Mario movie are really the only two movies published by Nintendo. And for a second outing, going back to an American company, sticking with the first theme, and keeping it animated, and then going with probably the animation company with the least notoriety. They took a huge risk making this movie, and it turned out okay.
I know Sony, like Sony the movie studio and Sony the game company are like not entirely the same, but I don't see Nintendo going with Sony Pictures, and then like Disney wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Um, so Pixar also wouldn't. You're running out of options there. Like I don't think DreamWorks would have done a Mario movie. Sometime now, like I think we're gonna say the same thing, or like on the same line. I think it wasn't Illumination was the choice they made, and more like Illumination was the only option.
Yeah, that is what I was about to say. I was about to say like I guess their only two options was to make Illumination do it or to do it themselves, and they weren't gonna do it themselves.
I mean, I'm sure if Nintendo was like, we're gonna produce a movie, they could have gotten writers like noteworthy writers and shit involved. But I do think the safer bet and probably the better bet was to just go with Illumination. Also, the reality is Illumination movies do well, right?
Yeah, they
If they
do
weren't,
well.
you're guaranteeing at least the kids there, and you're already guaranteed to have the Nintendo fans there. So it's just a good. It's not my choice, but it's a good company to go with. I think for a company like Nintendo who doesn't really do this ever.
Actually, now I'm curious. How did the Mario movie do in Japan?
Is it out in Japan yet?
Yeah,
I don't. Okay, it is.
April 28th it came out in Japan.
Okay, so like it's been out for like a week in Japan.
Uh,
It'll have been out for a week in Japan as of tomorrow.
it made 2 billion yen, which is around 13 million US dollars.
Not bad for 1 week.
Yeah, not bad for the first week. Well, I guess we'll see when a month passes. In America, it passed a billion in North America, like we
Yeah, but
mentioned before.
it's been out for a little bit here though.
Yeah. Funny thing about the other dubs of this movie is that there is a Charles Martinet cameo in the movie. He plays this guy who plays the original Donkey Kong arcade machine at the beginning of the movie when they're in the diner, and he dubs every version of the movie.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, including the Italian dub, which he sounds great in the Italian dub. He sounds, and his pronunciation is great in the Spanish dub and then the French dub. He clearly knows these languages, or at least was trained how to say this exact sentence in, in these
Or
languages.
he knows Mario.
Yeah, or he knows Mario, personally knows Mario.
Almost like maybe he is Mario.
Yeah, maybe they should have I
Maybe
don't
they should have
know.
hired him
Yeah.
instead of playing two characters with having 3 lines total.
Yeah, he was
He's
that
Mario's
guy,
dad. He's Mario's
and he
dad.
was Mario's dad, and the rest of Mario's family are all people who used to be in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which is a really fun Easter egg for people who used to watch that. In fact, the commercial at the beginning of the movie, the woman in the commercial, she's also in the Super Show.
Yeah, she's Peach.
Yeah, she was Peach in the Super Show. And if you've never seen the Super Show, it may surprise you to learn that Peach was not in the Mushroom Kingdom. She just lived in Brooklyn, and she had a Brooklyn accent.
One of us.
One of us. Oh yeah, we should mention that we are Italian. We don't live in New York, but
Yeah, we don't live in New York, and we don't live in the Mushroom Kingdom. But one of us. We're
one of
spaghettis.
we are spaghettis, and this is a great movie for the spaghetti community.
Finally, a movie for us.
Okay, let's actually talk about the movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true. We have not talked much about this movie.
Yeah, so again, is they start off in normal Brooklyn and then they teleport to the Mushroom Kingdom through this mysterious pipe. They're plumbers, they're going with the very, very original story of them being plumbers. And they need to fix something. They go to fix it, but trouble ensues, and now they're in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yep. Because the Mushroom Kingdom, there's a pipe just under Brooklyn in the sewers. There's a pipe to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Why?
Yeah, who knows? It
Who
doesn't,
knows?
the reality is because movie, right? It doesn't matter. It's kind of hinted at that Peach might be from Brooklyn, or at least from the real world, because there's a scene later in the movie where baby Peach walks through a pipe. So like maybe that's something they could explore in a potential sequel. But yeah, so like maybe there's multiple pipes around the world. Who knows? But what I do know is it's time for a Super Mario journey,
Yep.
a bizarre adventure.
So we got this is where we meet Toad, voiced by Keegan Michael Key, who actually does a pretty decent job.
Yeah, he's not in the movie as well. He doesn't interact with the cast as much as I thought he was going to. I saw this on Twitter, not my thought, but like the last time Mario interacts with Toad one on one, or like they have a proper like exchange of dialogue, is when the journey starts.
Yeah.
They don't speak to each other at all after that point, basically. After Toad joins, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna join you. We're best friends. And I saw a meme where like Toad says, "Oh, we're best buddies," and Mario's like, "Are we though?" And then Toad took that personally and then talked to Mario the whole movie.
And they're like, we gotta see the princess. She'll be able to help you find your brother. Because
He's good though.
Yeah.
I like Keegan Michael Key as Toad.
Yeah, he's okay. He doesn't do the normal Toad voice, but he gets pretty close and he does a good job. The voices across the board are ranging from pretty good to good. There's no great performances. There's no bad ones either, I would say.
Yeah, there's no bad ones. I think they're all like decent to good, but nothing stand out, you know. Well, there's one standout voice performance. It's Charles Martinet as Jumpman.
Oh yeah,
But
of course.
yeah, aside from that one, they're all fine.
There is actually, now that I think about it, there is one character that I think didn't give their all. Fred Armisen is in this movie. He plays Cranky Kong, and now that I remember, actually, he doesn't really. He just sounds like Fred Armisen.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, I think Cranky is kind of weak, but Cranky's also not in much of the movie, so maybe that's why I'm not thinking about it too harshly. The main cast, for the most part, is pretty good, I'd say. Chris Pratt actually does a much better job, like we said earlier. I actually really like Charlie Day as Luigi.
Yeah, me too.
He does often just sound like Charlie Day, but now that I think about it, Luigi kind of looks like Charlie Day in this movie, and it works. It's just Charlie Day. He has a good like cowardly voice to him, and I think it works for Luigi.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie Day does a pretty good job here. Anya Taylor-Joy voices Peach, and she's fine. I don't think her voice is bad per se, but it's just okay. You know, like it's fine. It's passable. What do you think about Anya Taylor-Joy, your favorite actress, Lib?
I don't know if I've ever talked about it on the podcast, but I don't like Anya Taylor-Joy.
I don't think so. It's a shit post in our personal life, but
Yeah.
not an Ice Age fan. Lib is.
Okay, so we have a joke that this is gonna sound so bad. Okay, she's a great actress. She's a very, very, very good actress. Last Night in Soho, The Witch, The Menu, Split, The Northman, The Queen's Gambit, Glass. She's great in all those movies. Okay, I love her. She's gonna be in Furiosa. I love her. All right. Her face is weird though. Her eyes are too far apart, so we call her Sid the Sloth.
And she's Peach. Peach the Sloth.
She's just sloth.
She's fine. I think I really like Peach's characterization in this movie.
Yeah, I love the like Peach's badass. I love that.
Yeah, I like that she's like an active character in the story. I like that she does shit and she takes charge. It's a very fresh take on the character who's always kidnapped or into the background. You know,
She feels like Samus, you know?
yeah, like a Samus that talks.
Yeah.
She like takes yeah.
She doesn't take no shit from nobody. Okay? She's better at the obstacle course than Mario is.
Yep, and even by the end of the movie, she's still the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yep.
That's her kingdom.
But she is the only human in the Mushroom Kingdom before Mario and Luigi show up. And like Pat mentioned before, there's this little thing about like if she used to live in Brooklyn because she is human. No one in the Mushroom Kingdom is human, so she did find her way here somehow. And then I don't know why she became princess. She saved the toads or something, and then they made her their princess. I can't remember what they said in the movie, but it was something along the lines of that. And you know, she's a good princess. I like that she has like what's that like toad, the toad with a really deep voice. Every time he spoke, we were dying of laughter.
It's basically Toadsworth, but it's not Toadsworth.
It should have been Toadsworth.
Might as well be. I don't know why it wasn't. There's concept art where it is Toadsworth, so like
What's his name?
I don't think he's not named. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I wanted to find this voice actor, but holy shit, Ashley Birch is in this movie. I love Ashley Birch.
Secretary Toad.
Secretary Toad.
That's what I'm calling him.
Oh, okay. I thought that was okay.
No.
Okay, if you guys don't know, Ashley Birch is she does voices for Team Fortress 2. That surprised me. I didn't know she was in this movie. Anyways,
Okay, I looked him up. It's Toad General.
Toad
And
General.
He's voiced by Eric Bauza. He's Canadian. He's from our neck of the woods.
Oh wow.
He voices Foop in Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, Foop. Yeah, that's a anti-poof, anti-fairy poof. He's in a lot of the Batman animated stuff.
He also voices a bunch of Looney Tunes, and I think this is the reboot that came out a couple of years ago. Oh, he's from Toronto. He's not one of us.
Oh, he's not. Never mind.
He's a faker.
He's not French.
But yeah, he's Toad General.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Toad General. Every time he spoke, our theater just bursted laughing. You don't expect that kind of voice out of a little toad like that.
Yeah, and even if even like after right after you heard it for the first time, I was still caught off guard every time.
Oh, it should have been Toadsworth. But yeah, so then the way in all the trailers they showed Mario Kart stuff, and the way they inserted Mario Kart into the plot is the Kongs, the Kong world. The Mushroom Kingdom is just one part of this universe. I don't remember what they called it. I don't even know if they gave it a name. But this universe, there's like the Mushroom Kingdom, there's Bowser's Domain, and there's the Kong Land. I forgot what they called it.
I think they call it the Jungle Kingdom or something.
Yeah, something like that. And they make cars.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense.
They're Diddy Kong racing all the time. Yeah, they have like the best army in Well, the world, I guess. They have the best army. They have they make carts.
Yeah.
They have Rainbow Road attached to their kingdom. It's the best kingdom. You want to live there.
Yeah, in this universe, Rainbow Road is a road that connects all the different parts of the world together. I guess it's just one huge circle. But they make it complicated because Rainbow Road is complicated. Get it? Get the joke? Mario Kart. You always fall off the rail.
It's very funny and silly.
Very funny. Yeah, I love the Mario Kart scene. I think it's my favorite. My favorite part of the movie is whenever they're in the carts. When they get to the area where you build a cart, they have an orchestrated version of the menu music from Mario Kart 8. I love that music, and that was really cool when that showed up in the movie. There's a lot of references in the movie we forgot to mention. So that there's a scene where Mario and Luigi are in their bedroom and they're playing Kid Icarus on their NES. There's a scene in the diner. There's an arcade machine that has Donkey Kong, the original game.
There's
What else?
like we could literally be here all day listing references. That's kind of why I said what I said earlier. Where like if you're a fan, you're gonna love just pointing at references and like yeah that's from that one game. Oh, that's a Wiggler. Oh, that's an enemy from New Super Mario Brothers. Oh, that's Kid Icarus. That guy's Jumpman. Like this movie is jam packed with references to Nintendo games and also just Mario. And it's fun, but I think if you don't catch the references, you're not gonna enjoy it as much. Because I think once you get past the references, the rest of the movie is pretty bare bones, simple, and not super fun if you don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah. Speaking of like musical references, when they get to the Kong world and the Cranky Kong's like, if you want my army, you have to beat my son in a fight. And it's Donkey Kong. And when Donkey Kong comes out, the DK rap starts playing. This was a huge controversy because they didn't credit the creator of the DK rap in the credits.
They just say from Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, and the credits just says from Donkey Kong 64. So let's correct that. His name's Grant Kirkhope. He's the composer of Donkey Kong 64 and many other games. Go send him some love.
DK.
Donkey
Donkey Kong.
DK. Donkey Kong is here. What a great song. Should have been credited. That whole scene is just a huge reference to Smash Bros. Again, if you don't get it, then it's just a scene, you know. A lot of the enjoyment is just if you love video games if you love Nintendo games, you're gonna get a lot of the jokes here. But if you don't know a lot of Nintendo games, then this is just another movie that's based on Mario. You played it when he was a kid, you know. That's all it really is. If you're not a Nintendo fan, and by a fan I mean like you gotta be like a fan, like you gotta know these things. Most people these days that are Nintendo fans have never heard of Kid Icarus or have never seen the original Kid Icarus. The only thing they know about it is from Smash Bros. Because Pit is in the game. Unless you grew up in the 3DS era and you play Kid Icarus Uprising, which was a really rare game to see. So like that Kid Icarus reference there is for the big fans of Nintendo. The Donkey Kong arcade machine is for the big fans of Nintendo. All the musical references during the little montage where they're walking along during the journey, they have references from Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey, a little bit of Galaxy in the music.
Take on Me.
Yeah, Take on Me.
The best Nintendo song.
Holding Out for a Hero.
That is in this movie.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
I forgot, yeah.
Yeah, there are 5 licensed songs in the movie. There's No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Holding Out for a Hero, Take on Me. No, I think that's it actually. It's those 3. There's not 5.
There's more. There's more. I can't think of them though.
There is Thunderstruck. It's those 4.
There's Peaches.
That's not licensed, that's original.
It's a Tenacious D song, Lib. We haven't talked about him yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about him. Bowser's in the movie. He's the bad guy. We didn't even talk about him.
He's in it. Bowser's here. He's voiced by Jack Black,
lead singer of Tenacious D.
He's great.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite performance in the whole movie. He's hilarious. I love that they didn't spoil the like. I have no better way to say it. The simp Bowser. No better way to say it.
Nice guy Bowser.
Nice guy Bowser. That they hid it from all of the trailers, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, we thought he was just gonna take over the world. I actually, because like before we see power ups in the trailer, but I thought the Power Star was just gonna be like a Mario 64 Power Star, or was it gonna be like used as an energy source? I didn't think it was the power up like the superstar.
yeah.
Like I didn't see that coming until the end of the movie, which is fun. But yeah, like I thought Bowser's gonna I'm gonna take the superstar and I'm gonna take over the world, but nope, he's a simp.
No, his plan is not to take the superstar and take over the world. His plan is to take the superstar and give it to Peach so that she could marry him.
And if she doesn't marry him, then use it to take over the world.
Yeah. But his plan A is marry Peach and live in peace, and plan B is to take over
No,
the
no,
world.
no. His plan is take over the world with Peach.
And then once Mario shows up, and Bowser doesn't hate Mario just because he hates Mario or that like Bowser kidnapped Peach and Mario's trying to save her. Bowser hates Mario because he's cock blocking him.
Bro moved in on his girl.
And what's really funny is that Bowser and Mario actually they just straight up don't interact in the whole movie until the final fight. That's the
Yeah.
first time they meet in the whole movie.
But by that point, Bowser already fucking hates him, and it's so funny.
Yeah, because the whole time, Kamek, who is my second favorite character in the whole movie, voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, he he's like he keeps going up to Bowser like sire, there's a red capped human taking Peach, and he looks like they're falling in love, and he's like, what? Kill him! Peach is mine. That's the conflict in this movie. And I love Kamek in this movie. He's like, you go, King Bowser. You're gonna get that Peach. He's
Kamek's
like
just a
the
bro.
wingman. He's just a bro. Best man at the wedding. You know.
It's yeah, no, they're good. I like Bowser in this. I like Kamek a lot. I think they're fun. I think they're fun versions of these characters. We'll see how it influences games going forward. But so far, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm down to see more of them in future movies.
Yeah, and I realized I just now realized that that's the same story as Odyssey. Bowser just wants to marry Peach, and he goes around trying to get all like the shit he needs, like flowers and a dress and a tiara.
But by that point, Bowser already kidnapped her, though.
Yeah, Bowser already kidnapped her in that on that point. Man, I wish Luigi was in Odyssey. Anyways, I mean, this was a really short movie. I mean, we basically covered everything except the last part.
I do really I have to say though, just going back to like different points of the movie. I mentioned power ups earlier because this movie has power ups in it, and I really like how the power ups are used like as a mechanic, and also just how like they keep their game logic while also like functioning as like a movie power system. It's really cool. I like the power ups in this a lot, and we see a lot of them. You know, we see the super mushroom, the fire flower, obviously the classics. We see the spoilers, the superstar is used. Um, there's a Tanuki leaf. There's like Fire Donkey Kong, which is a new thing.
Yeah, that's
not
brand
been-
new. This is the cat bell.
There's the cat bell from 3D World. Like it's cool. It's really interesting, and I like that. Like when Mario takes, because Mario's just a guy, right? So he takes a super mushroom. He gets like his 64 moveset. He could wall jump. He can ground pound. He could do all this stuff now. It's cool. And like the power ups, kind of like when you get the power up, you just get all the knowledge you need to use it right off the bat. Like as soon as he gets into Nuki Leaf, he knows how to fly with it. Spoilers when they get the superstar later. I like to think the power ups kind of work on like an autopilot thing, or like how like the Omnitrix works in Ben 10, where you know you transform and now you just have all this knowledge, and that's just like how they write off Luigi being able to do shit with the superstar, even though he hasn't been in the movie. You know,
Yeah,
you just get this knowledge when you get the power up.
yeah. I like how the power ups are used here. I wonder what it would have looked like if Donkey Kong ate a super mushroom, how big he would have gotten.
That would have been cool. You see, the mini mushroom is another one that's in this movie.
Oh yeah, the mini. That's a big plot point later.
I thought because we saw the mini mush, we would have seen the super like the mega mushroom. Sorry, and it would have been really cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. We didn't see the mega mushroom.
Yeah, but I mean, I think given that it's the first movie, I think we got a good selection of power ups. I thought we were gonna see the frog suit when they got eaten by when Mario and Donkey Kong got eaten by Unagi. I thought we were gonna see the toad suit or something there.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the frog
true.
suit. That would have been cool. But Mario 2, baby, more power ups.
Yeah, so this all culminates to the ending where Bowser does kidnap Peach after she refuses to marry him. And they have this wedding, and we see a bunch of cameos. King Boo shows up, King Babam, some other enemies from the other games, and not a minion. Again, no minions. Then Mario shows up, and this is the first time that Mario and Bowser actually meet. And they have the big battle. King Babam dies, unfortunately. Spoilers, guys. King Babam died. His fuse got lit, and he blew up. It's very sad. Moment of silence for King Babam.
Rest in peace.
And to as like a sign of his love, he's like, I will sacrifice all these people, and one of them's Luigi, and they're in a cage, and he's lowering them to lava, and that's the whole. That's when Luigi comes back. Basically, that's the back in the movie. We haven't seen him in like 40 minutes, maybe an hour.
Yeah, the only time we really see Luigi when he's kidnapped is like Bowser interrogating him. I think that's basically it. He interacts with the people who are caged up with him, like when Donkey Kong, well, when the Kongs are taken, he interacts with them briefly, and there's the Luma and the penguins. But otherwise, we only see him briefly throughout the movie until the end. When he has his moment with his brother. There's a flashback earlier in the movie where baby Mario saves baby Luigi from baby Spike, and then Luigi saves Mario.
Yeah, I really like Mario and Luigi's dynamic in this movie. They really feel like
They're so
brothers.
great. They're so good here. I love
Yeah,
them so much.
you could feel the brotherly love here. You know, it feels like how they are in the RPGs and the Mario and Luigi RPGs.
Yeah, I do feel like their characterization here comes more from. I mean, like, let's be real. The games don't give them much to work with, right? Like the main series Mario games. So, like, you gotta borrow from the RPGs and shit. Borrow from Luigi's Mansion. Borrow from the side games to get some characterization. But I like it. I also liked it like earlier in the movie when this is before they go to the Mushroom Kingdom. When they're going to their first client as plumbers, Mario was like jumping up around and doing obstacle course shit and like make paving the way like for Luigi could get across easily. Like you have Mario jumping gates and fences just to open the door for Luigi, and then he's doing a bunch of acrobatic shit while Luigi's struggling to keep up, and it's like kind of setting up their dynamic early that Mario's always the leader, right? Only for Luigi to save him in the end. It's good. It's cute. It's
Yeah,
a good
I
dynamic.
love Mario and Luigi. I think I every time you hear people talking about Mario and Luigi, everybody says their favorite is Luigi. Have you ever heard a single person say they prefer Mario over Luigi?
Well, because Mario's just, I think like Luigi actually has a personality. I know that sounds like weird to say, but like Mario's just like he's just Mario, man. He's just Super Mario.
It's Super
He's
Mario.
he's just the guy, you know.
Yeah, he does. He stomp on the Goomba. He eated the mushroom. It's Mario. But Luigi, he's got a whole game series dedicated, adventure series dedicated just for him, and he catching ghosts. How cool is that?
He has like a personality, spooky. He's not spooky. He's spooked easily.
Spooked easily. Yeah, and we see that in the movie at the beginning when he's getting interrogated, and also when he's in the land of the undead. It's cool. They really did their homework for this movie. I gotta say.
Yeah, in general, I think the characterization here is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
he's
just
my
about to
least
say that.
favorite. But I feel like Donkey Kong in this is just Seth Rogen.
Even does the
And
laugh.
he's playing a funny Seth Rogen character, and he's not. But I guess like Donkey Kong doesn't really have a character either, like a proper characterization. Outside of like, I don't even know honestly. I can't think of any story or game where he has a proper character, you know.
Yeah,
So
I can't think of
they had to
anything.
they had to give him something they had to give him something to do. So like, let's just make him Seth Rogen.
Yeah, we see a short, like a little blink and you'll miss it in the crowd during the Smash Bros scene. There's Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, and Funky Kong are there. Candy's not there, and who's the other one? It's Dixie
Uh,
Kong's sister. Well, she's not there, is what I'm trying to say. Also, the rest of the cast from 64 are not there for some reason. They don't show Chunky or not Cranky. Fucking the one with the long arms. What's his name?
Lanky Kong.
Lanky Kong. That's
That's
it.
not his name. I don't know.
No,
I
it
made
is.
that
No, it
up.
is Lanky Kong.
Oh, it is. I made that up, bro. I don't know. I was lying through my fucking teeth.
It is actually Lanky Kong.
That's amazing.
He has no style. He has no grace. Remember?
This Kong's got a funny face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
It came back. It
Yeah,
came back.
I can't find the name of the other Kong, but yeah, they're not in the movie. It's only Dixie, Diddy, and Funky that we see. I'm really disappointed that Funky Kong didn't get a proper cameo during the Mario Kart scene. At least him riding a motorcycle in the background or something. I think that's what everybody wanted, you know.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm also just happy he got a speaking role.
Yeah. But now we reach the end. So Mario kind of defeats Bowser a little bit, and then I don't know why I worded it like that. And then Bowser's like, you know what? I'm gonna destroy the world. So he launches a bonsai bill, and then Mario uses the Tanuki leaf to lead the bonsai bill away from the Mushroom Kingdom, but it ends up in the pipe from the beginning of the movie. And now the Mushroom Kingdom and the real world are gonna merge together. Now this is a weird point of the movie because everybody in Brooklyn is kind of just watching this happen, and like no one's really reacting to it. Even after it's all over, everyone's kind of like, so that giant turtle, huh? You killed him. Crazy. And now there's like a giant hole in the ground and we have little mushroom people running around. Yeah, that's
And
cool.
we just saw this happen, and we're just like, yeah, that happened. Mario and Luigi just became God, and instead of like glowing the rainbow, and fought a giant turtle.
Yeah, they touched it and they went and then they punched him to death. Well, Bowser doesn't die. They make him eat a mini mushroom and then they trap him inside a jar. Cool ending.
Cool ending, and then he sings the song again.
Peaches, 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 peaches. We didn't talk about the song. I just realized we didn't talk about it.
I mean, like everyone knows the song, right?
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'll be the I'll play devil's advocate here. I don't like the song.
You're dead inside.
Look, I don't know. It's good. It's a good song. It's fine, but I don't like how everybody's like, oh, it's gonna win.
No,
best-
but that's people
win an
memeing. It's
Oscar.
not That's not genuine though. That's just people memeing.
And like they put out a statement that like of all the like so far all the movies that are eligible for Oscars, and this is one of them, and Peaches is eligible for a best original song nominee. But everybody is wrongly interpreting that as that it's going to get nominated. It just means it's eligible, guys. It doesn't mean it's going to be nominated.
I mean, it probably will be nominated, I think.
I don't think so. It's a kids movie. The Oscars don't like kids movies.
Yeah, but there's always at least like a Frozen or a
Well,
Tangled.
none of the songs from Puss in Boots' Last Wish was there last year. This year.
Yeah, because this year had too many bangers, but maybe
Well,
next year
favorite
will
Fearless
be-
Heroes. I think that's way better than Peaches.
I do too, but I think compared to the other options last year, like like I'm not comparing favorite Fearless Hero to Peaches. I'm saying last year was a tight race. Maybe this year the original songs will be a little on the weaker side, so Peaches has a chance. I think it'll get some kind of nomination. I don't think it's gonna win. But,
No, there's
I
probably gonna
also-
be something else. I don't know what musicals are releasing.
Elemental probably has a song in it, and we'll see.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't think Elemental's a musical. Oh, you mean like for the credits?
Yeah, I'm sure there will be a song in it.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
usually
sure
a
there's gonna
song.
be a musical or two that launches with a lot of praise. We'll see. But yeah, so they Mario and Luigi they take the superstar, they power themselves up, and they defeat Bowser, and that's the end.
Yeah. And then Spike is like, it's the Super Mario Brothers.
And then the credits
Wahoo!
roll, literally though.
Yeah, actually, and it plays Gusty Garden, so that makes this movie's credits the best credits. I know nobody ranks credits in movies, but this credits has Gusty Garden.
I love the credit sequence in this movie. It's just like every movie that they every not movie every Mario game that they didn't reference in the movie they referenced in the credits, and
Yeah, and
it
I
was
like
great.
that Iwata is credited in the movie.
Yeah, he is. Iwata's credited. We all
Oh, he
love
gets like a
him.
special thanks. We love Iwata. We miss Iwata.
God, we fucking miss you, man. You
Yep.
would have never let the Switch turn out like this. Oh boy. But yeah, so that was it. Just another thing about the credits that I was a little bit disappointed in. I feel like the most famous credit sequence from a Mario game is the Mario World credits. There was no there was no reference to that at all in the credits, which I kind of was hoping for that.
Yeah, but I think what we got is pretty good.
Yeah. It's a movie chock full of references that you'll either love or not get if you're not a fan of Nintendo. If you're not a fan of Nintendo, this movie's probably around a 2.5 to 3 stars for you.
I also feel like if you're not a fan of Nintendo or a fan of kids movies, why are you here? Right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, of course, there's people that need to watch this movie because it's their job, like journalists, and they're probably going to be pretty hard on it. I know especially that like high-ranking newspapers like the New Yorker and stuff like that, they have sections where they rank movies, and I'm sure if they saw this movie, they would be like, "This is the worst animated movie ever made," you know. But if you like Nintendo, even a little bit, I'd say to watch it. It's a fun watch. It's short. It's quick. If you're a parent, bring your kids. They're sure to love it. It's great.
And
It's a great movie.
have yourself a super time.
Yeah, and then when you walk out, buy yourself an oversized Yoshi doll.
Yep. And then we wait for the inevitable sequel that is going to be a reskin of a different animated movie in America, but Japan's going to get the actual Mario 2. And then we're going to get the real Mario 2 10 years later, and they're going to re-release it as Mario Brothers 2 The Lost Movie. And if you know that reference, thank you and good night. But we're moving on from Mario now.
Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about other Nintendo movies. Because now the topic is coming up because at the end of this movie, there's an after credit scene where we see a little Yoshi egg and it hatches and a little Yoshi's inside. So there is a part of the movie where there's like a montage scene during the montage scene where they make a Super Smash Brothers reference and they have like all of the different colored Yoshis running in a stampede.
Yeah, it's like the melee opening.
And that was just a reference, but now we're talking about like the teaser for the next movie. So it's probably either gonna be featuring Yoshi predominantly, like having like a maybe it's Yoshi's Story, Yoshi's Island, or something else. We don't know.
No, I just think Yoshi's gonna be in Mario 2.
Yeah, Yoshi's
I don't
probably
I
gonna be in
don't
Mario too.
I don't think Yoshi's getting a movie, guys. Like
Yeah.
let's put a pin in that. I think Yoshi's just gonna be a part of the Mario cast going forward.
Let's talk about the a potential sequel because this is definitely going to get a sequel. It made so much money. It made Nintendo and Illumination both so much money. They're probably going to make a sequel. Now, I want to I have a little theory about how movies about Nintendo properties would continue because I'm going to be honest with you guys, all the people that are saying Smash Brothers movie, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Okay?
no, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? There's a difference between a shared universe and just all these IPs getting
A
movies.
franchise.
I think yeah, there's a difference between a franchise and a shared universe. I definitely think we're getting a Zelda show at some point. Not a movie, I think we're getting a show. I think we're definitely getting a Metroid movie. I think we're definitely gonna get these things. we're not getting a Smash Brothers movie. It's not gonna happen. How do you even do that?
Yeah, that's impossible.
Sakurai couldn't do that. He made Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and like the whole thing, I think the whole thing that really disproves any theory about a Smash Brothers movie is mainly that I feel like these different IPs are going to get different movie treatments. Like the Super Mario movie blends really well, being animated, but I can't see a good adaptation of Metroid if it's not in live action. Metroid kind of has to be in live action.
I do think they could do an animated Metroid movie. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. But I would like to see a live action Metroid movie.
Like for me, a Metroid movie, I picture something like Alien. For like a Zelda TV show, I picture something like the Witcher TV show or the Castlevania anime. You know, something like that. I don't picture, and nowhere in any of this do I picture these IPs, including the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie and the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, coming together into one Smash. How do you even make that? There's no story to be told.
You don't. I think people need to realize, or the people saying they think a Smash movie is coming because Detective Pikachu and Sonic and blah blah blah, need to realize that the story of Smash is a kid playing with his toys, and we have 4 Toy Story movies already.
Yeah. And nobody, even if you get Sakurai to come up with a story, it's never gonna work. Like the dark tone of Metroid with the admittedly very, very playful and non-serious tone of Super Mario will never mix together. Especially if one is animated, one is live action, some of them are anime, some of them are this, some of them are that. None of that is going to mix together.
Yep. But the reality is money talks, and I'm sure if the money is there, they'll do something.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be Super Smash Brothers movie, but I do see Illumination doing some spin-offs. And like I don't see Illumination doing like a Star Fox movie or an F-Zero movie. I feel like Nintendo is going to be very careful about who they give their IPs to. And I'm pretty sure they pretty much like trust Illumination to make Mario movies. And I know like that is what I'm trying to say here, is that Illumination is going to be making Mario movies, not all the Nintendo movies, just Mario and like that respective franchise. There are so many spin-offs that you could do just with this movie alone. Just with this movie, you could do an entire movie based on the Donkey Kong family. You know, you can have that. You can do Mario Galaxy. You can do Sunshine.
Luigi's Mansion. A Captain Toad movie isn't out of the realm of possibility.
Exactly, that too. Like, there's so
that
much
one
shit.
will have minions. That one will have minions in it, by the way.
There's so much shit you could do with the Mario franchise. There's so many spin-offs you can do.
All I know for sure is, hey Nintendo, if you want to give Zelda to the guys who made the Castlevania show on Netflix, that'd be great.
That would be really good. Nintendo, if you could do that. Hey, they could make a good show out of a video game. They proved that.
And I think that style visually works for like a Twilight Princess or like a more dark and gritty Zelda aesthetic. Like
yeah, if it's going to be a TV show, I'd want it to be like the Castlevania show. But if it's going to be a movie, I'd want it to be like The Witcher.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And for Metroid, like live action, kind of the only way to really give off the vibe of like the sci-fi horror that Metroid is.
Just make it Alien. Just remake Alien.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Just steal it. Honestly, go for it.
And if you're gonna choose a game, Metroid Prime. It's already has that atmosphere, you know.
Or this is a hot take. Other M, they'll make it good.
Redeem Other M.
Because I don't think we'll get a Metroid movie where Samus doesn't speak at all in. So Other M's there.
Yeah,
just don't fuck it up again.
There's a lot of possibilities for Nintendo to make more movies. I just don't think that Illumination is going to be doing all of them, and I also don't think that they're all going to be animated. That's the point I wanted to make.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But with that, we're going to close off the Super Mario Brothers movie. Once again, 3.5 stars from both of us. Pretty fun, good for kids, all around, fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we're gonna move on to our little TV show segment here that still doesn't have a name. We have
Yep.
completed 2 shows since our last time we recorded, which was more than a month ago.
And did we talk about the end of The Last of
We
Us?
did not.
The Last of Us ended.
So we have The Last of Us season 1 to talk about.
Let's talk about The Last of Us finale.
Yeah, so last time we recorded, there were 2 episodes left because the last episode we talked about was the Left Behind episode. So it's the last 2 episodes is what we have to talk about, but which honestly are kind of a blur because it's been so long. We're really sorry.
Yeah, like all I really want to say about The Last of Us, just because it's been a long time, as it's good. Like it's like overall thoughts. The show's really good.
Well, this really is a video game episode, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is the best video game adaptation
Ever made. Yes, I agree.
I think it's fantastic. Excited for season 2 with an asterisk. Where I was like, my main worry was, are they gonna change the ending? And they didn't.
Yep.
Thankfully,
They didn't. I'm happy
they
they
adopted
didn't.
the ending perfectly. Now I hope they don't change the last, because they did say The Last of Us 2 can go on for more than one season, and they did say they're gonna change some things for The Last of Us Part 2. I just really hope they don't change the big one. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't look it up. Just watch the show
Yeah.
when it airs, I guess.
I,
Or play
I'm
the
not.
game.
I'm not sure if we said it in a past episode, but in case we didn't, we're not gonna say it now, and in case we did, we're not gonna repeat it. So, if you don't know the major plot point in Last of Us Part 2, I kind of hope they don't do that in season 2. But
Yeah, they don't change it. Just let it happen.
yeah, because it doesn't really give a lot of motivation for the characters to do what they do in the game if that doesn't happen.
I think it completely destroys the story of the second game. And regardless of what you think about the game, or the story of the game,
That thing is not the reason why the game is bad.
yeah, and that thing needs to happen for the rest of the game to happen. So if you're retelling The Last of Us Part 2, that needs to happen. You can't change it.
Yeah, but the finale of the show was so fucking good. It did
was perfect.
everything right. It was perfect. Almost a one-to-one recreation of the last chapter of the game.
Yeah, it's a fantastic end to a fantastic show. I'm on board with this cast. I'm ready to see more of them. They're supposed to start filming like this year, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Near the end of the year, so that's exciting. I thought they would maybe wait for Bella Ramsey to get a little bit older, but we're going straight into it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
Look forward to us talking about season 2 when that airs.
I'm gonna repeat what I said in a previous episode. Whoever gets casted as Abby, I swear to God,
Do not harass her.
I swear to fucking God, if I see anybody harassing her, I'm not your friend anymore. Okay, I won't be your friend anymore. That's just how it's gonna be. Okay, don't harass actors just because they got casted as a character you don't like. It happens.
Yeah,
okay?
It is not her fault that you don't like the character. She took a role as a character. She's doing her job. She is not Abby. Don't misplace your hatred for the character towards a human being.
Mm-hmm. So now we're going to move on to our final segment, Backloggd. This is the segment where we recommend each other movies to talk about in the next episode. Last time I recommended Pat and me, because we both hadn't seen it, a movie called Sorry to Bother You, and we watched it, and wow.
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings.
Wow.
But nothing I want to say, because
wow.
I think if anybody is at the very least curious, you should just watch it blind.
Yeah, this was a really bad movie to choose for Backloggd because I don't want to say a single thing about the movie.
But it was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think it's a solid like 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. You know, it's good. It's really enjoyable.
I don't even want to say.
It's got some really solid performances.
I don't even want to say what kind of movie it is. Like, I don't want to say the genre. I don't want to say the theme. It's so good to watch blind. It was such a bad movie to pick for Backloggd. I apologize. Like I didn't know it was gonna be what it was when I recommended it.
A bad movie to watch at like 11 p.m.
Oh yeah.
But it gets both our seal of approvals. You should go watch it, and that's all I want to say.
I have it at 4.5 stars.
I have it at 4. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, it is legit one of the best movies I've ever seen, and if you are at all interested, then go ahead and watch it. Just a little warning though, it is a bit spooky.
And if you're not interested, well, we're sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But now it's time for you to recommend me a movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm recommending you a much easier watch.
Thank God.
I noticed that you don't have a lot of Michael Cera in your life, Lib. And
That's true.
I think you need more Michael Cera in your life.
I guess so, yeah.
So I'm recommending Juno.
Ooh. We were
Elliot
talking about
Page, Michael Cera, J.K. Simmons. It's good. I haven't seen it in like 10 or 15 years, so I'm gonna definitely revisit it. With Lib or just before we record the next episode. I plan to rewatch it myself, just because I haven't seen it in such a long time. But I'm looking forward to giving this a second viewing, because I remember Juno being pretty good. So we'll see.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We did talk about in the last episode a little bit when we were talking about Superbad that I've been watching Michael Cera movies for over a decade, and I can't decide on whether or not he's a good actor.
This is a performance I think is good.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to watch it.
But it's been a while, so we'll see.
I love J.K. Simmons. Well, I'm excited about that, so tune in next episode when we talk about Juno and another movie. That movie being...
Did we decide? It's a mystery movie? We had a plan, I think. And I remember we had a plan. Now we're thinking about doing something else.
This is the original plan.
Yeah, I don't think so anymore. But anyway, we'll announce it on Twitter or Instagram or something.
Well, tune in next episode. We'll be talking about
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Well, that's going to be it for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to listen to another episode. If you liked it and you want to hear more, then make sure to follow us on whatever platform you're using to listen to our beautiful voices right now. Let us know what you thought about the episode by scrolling down a little bit if you're listening on Spotify and looking at the Q&A section, or if you're on YouTube, just write in the comments what you thought about this episode, what you liked, what you didn't like. We'd love to hear your feedback. Speaking of feedback, if you want to follow us and never miss an episode again, then check out our Linktree, linktr.ee/fresh-off-the-reel, no spaces, no caps. At the top of there, you will find a form that you could fill out to recommend us a movie or a TV show. We'll take that recommendation and we'll make an episode about it. You could also find our socials, our Twitter, Instagram, and our Letterboxd accounts on that Linktree as well. With that being said, that's going to be it for us for today. So we'll see all of you in a theater near you. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Wahoo! Video Game Podcast, Episode 1. Okay, do it.
Oh, we're doing test this out now?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So okay, let me pull out this. This is a text conversation between my friend and I. So Final Fantasy 16 won't release in Saudi Arabia due to an intimate gay sex scene, which Square Enix refuses to censor in the region. My response, good. 3 hours later, I mean gay sex is good. I should clarify, gay sex good. My friend, I'm losing my mind. Me, Final Fantasy needs more gay sex. My friend, agreed. Me, all I'm saying is Final Fantasy 7 is good, but it would be better if it had more gay sex. My friend, oh for sure. My favorite game, Persona 3 FES. Good, but now imagine Persona 3 GAY. I rest my case.
Oh my god. That was good. Now for my part of the test, we're the Mario brothers and plumbing's our game. We're not like the ones who get all the fame.
I forgot we were doing Mario today. Oh, this is good. Lib, this is good. This is, for once, will be a video game podcast.
Holy shit! You're right. No, wait, we did Sonic.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about games because you didn't play the games much, right? But
yeah.
You played a Mario. I played a Mario.
I played a Mario. I did a Mario. Second sound test. Speak.
Hello, I'm not rereading the thing I read before for the contest. You're just gonna have to listen to me talk now. I'm playing Jedi Survivor. The game's good. Those are words, I guess. Also, plumbing's my game.
Anything else you want to add to that?
The only thing I'm not draining is Lib's bank account.
Nice.